What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and CreateSpace. A link will be in the description box below as usual. Go get it. PayPal link is in the description box below also. They asked me to put it up. I put it up. This video, though, is entitled You're Too Old to Be Playing Games. When I look at society as a whole, what I see is an expectation for children, for kids to make mistakes and kids to be corrected, teenagers to make mistakes and teenagers be corrected, and young adults to make mistakes and young adults be corrected. But what I'm seeing is adults and grown people and elderly people are still playing games. And you're not gonna know everything in life. You're not gonna get it all right. You're still gonna make mistakes, but there are some mistakes that aren't mistakes. They're just habits, and you're too old to not understand that there's consequences for these actions. So I laugh because some people are grown and they really don't understand that. They really get upset when you look at them like they're children or treat them like they're children. But it's like, you too grown, you're too old to be playing these games. See, at a certain point, you're too old to be manipulative. You're too old to be competitive with somebody who doesn't know that they're competing with you. You're too old to do childish things, And when you're dealing with somebody thinking that you have a childish mindset, and even if you feel like you've gotten over because of your childish mindset, you're gonna hit this brick wall in life because you entering a whole different realm of consequences. You're not entering child's consequences. You're not entering getting a pass. You're not. So, sometimes guys talk about things like women give you a shit test. And, you're going to hit an age where you're going to look at a woman to give you a shit test, and you're going to be looking at her like, how old are you? I'm such and such. So you still playing this stupid ass game. Why don't you just act like an adult? And then it's like, and see, that causes a rift. Because now it's like, oh my God. Like, I'm dealing with an adult, and they know I'm acting like a child, and now I look like an idiot. I gotta go now. Like simple stuff. Like, if you hit over 25 and you still operating like, if a guy asks you for your number, he gives you your number. If that guy or that girl is like, I'm going to wait to call after 3 days like we did in high school to be mysterious, you too old to be playing that stupid ass game. If you're going to ask for a number, goddamn it, call the number. If you're going to give out your number, expect it to be called. If you pick up the phone with an attitude, I gave you my number, but I'm trying to make sure. What the fuck are you doing? Why did you give me your number if you was going to do this dumb shit? You see, there comes a point where you're too old to have an adult chastise you about not being able to act like an adult, like being able to conduct yourself as an adult. And the reason I say that is because it's the same thing with jealousy and competition. If somebody is living their lives and you're jealous, and you've formulated a plan in your head to beat them because you're jealous of them, at some point they're going to figure it out. And they be like, wait a minute. You did this Bush League 5th grade shit because you was in your feelings? You don't think you a little too old to be playing these type of games? Like, because we're adults, right? People going to tell you, I ain't got time to be part of your little jealousy experiment because you and your feelings about some shit that's out of my control and I ain't got nothing to do with it. You need to get some help for that. You got issues. And then people are like, Oh my God. Because I've seen this far too often where somebody is supposed to be grown and they're playing childish games and they get caught playing their childish game. And they get approached like, what you think I was going to... Okay, so you want to act like a teenager and you thought I was going to respond as like a teenager, but we grown as fuck. That's what that's what we doing. Or that's what you think we doing. You think I'm going to sit somewhere, like we're going to be sitting in a courtroom somewhere or in a jail cell, but you started it, but you did it first. This is why we're in jail. This is why we're in court. It's your fault. You. Like, it's like, really? You don't think you're not too old for this, huh? You that stupid. And what winds up happening is, a lot of times I'm seeing people complain about their situation as adults because they've been playing childish games so long that the only people around them are childish people. So now they're adults and now they're involved with a bunch of quote unquote adults who are stuck in arrested development. So now you're mad because you around grown folks that ain't grown because you ain't grown. And see, in your mind it was cool when you were doing it, but now when you're surrounded by it and you're befriended by it and you're seeing yourself in multiple different facets with the company you keep because that's the only company you can keep, now it gets aggravating. Now you want to evolve. Now you want to grow. Now you want to upgrade. Now you want to be grown. This is why you hear so many adults, I'm too grown for this. I'm too grown. You should have figured that shit out before you started playing them games to get in the situation you're in, to be surrounded by the people you're surrounded by. Because now you're too grown, but you wasn't too grown when you got yourself involved with these people. You wasn't too grown when you got yourself involved in these situations. Because people do childish things, like children try to lie their way into situations and lie their way out of situations. And what happens is you got adults trying to lie their way into situations and lie their way out of situations. And adults are about production and results. I don't care about your damn feelings. Did you do it or didn't you? And now you're dealing with these situations where, that, how can I put this? You're dealing in these situations where you can't produce. So what you want to do is filibuster as an adult. And you're dealing with adults who ain't got time to be filibustering because they got skin in the game. They got money on the table and you got real shit on the line. And sometimes people ruin their opportunities in life because you still playing games. And, dealing with that ideology, fake it till you make it. You can't fake it till you make it with people who ain't playing. You can't fake it till you make it with people who are the real deal. They're not playing. They're not out here faking. They for real. They don't got time to be faking with your ass. But you still playing games. You know what I'm saying? But nobody has time to be playing games with you. And then you get to this point where a lot of people regret the decisions that they've made because they've been so entrenched in playing game after game after game after game. The stakes are higher and the consequences are more steep as you get older as an adult. As you're a child, you're ignorant to the law, that's fine. But as an adult, ignorance is no excuse. You get what I'm saying? So now you want to be grown, but you want to play childish games, but you want to be held to a childish standard. Like, I'm 40 years old, but I didn't know that I couldn't do that. This is my stupid face from when I was 11. It's supposed to still work at 40. And I know what I did looked stupid, but I literally know people in their 30s, 40s, and 50s who do this shit. You know. Oh, so you still enough. I'm sorry. You about to catch these hands. But I'm going to call the police. Oh, good. Call the police and tell them that I caught you stealing and kicked your ass so you can go to jail and get your ass kicked. You know, and then it's like, oh. You know, some of y'all are playing games with people. Some of y'all are playing these relationship games with people. Like, you still in high school, you still in college, and then you're sitting up one day like, nobody loves me, nobody wants me. I don't know why. Cause you ain't shit. Cause you play too many fucking games. Because the people that don't want you no more found somebody who was grown, and you a fucking kid. And then you see these people out in public being grown, in grown relationships, doing grown shit. And you're sitting there still thinking this is homecoming. You know, hello. But, you know, some of y'all still playing games. But you too old for that, right? And then, and I'm going to say this and I'm going to get out of here. What winds up happening is the people that spent all of their time, a majority of their time playing childish games, that are too old to be playing games, wind up getting childish results out of life. And then they want the people who weren't playing games to loan them a better life because they've been adults and they've made adult decisions and they've made good decisions. And they're mad because it's not going to happen. Because in layman's terms, you're not going to give a child the keys to the Lamborghini because they don't know what the fuck they doing. And they ain't paid for it. They didn't work for it. They didn't earn it. They don't know how to drive it. And if they wreck it, all they could say is sorry because all they wanted to do is get seen by their friends and say, oh, I got a Lamborghini. But wrecking it, they don't, it comes to a realization like you're the idiot for giving them the car keys because they can't pay for what they're going to do. Because you know they're going to do some childish shit that's probably going to get the car fucked up. But people are thinking like this as adults. And it's like, nah, you grown. You know what you did. You know where you're at. And you know the consequences of where you're at and what you're doing. So you just going to have to suffer. And if you really want to live a grown life and live your best life, you're going to have to change that tide on your own. So I'm out, yo. Peace.